The man.
Yeah, he's the man.
Hang on, no. I said he's the boss. I didn't say he's the man.
Yeah, he's the boss. The boss man. You know it's gonna be good when it starts with thunder and rain. Paul Johnson was a professional wrestler as well. Gotta read it in like a dramatic voice. The music is actually pretty good.
Yep. There we go.
Over for you, maybe.
Almost every night the last 3 months. Well, it sure ain't natural. I'm getting away from this lightning catcher while I still can. Oh, you'll be soaked to the bone before you get 10 yards. Well, I'd rather be soaked than barbecued.
That's edited dialogue if I've ever heard it before.
The whole fault is one big active they made for us. If this hospital will make it to the main road, maybe we can make it over to the old Willows place. Are you out of your mind? You actually believe in that monster? Well, the newspaper story says... Oh, that's your racetrack. There's the house. Don't look good to me. Ah, you're just spook. Well, spook to duck. That place just don't look healthy. It hasn't been lived in 15 years. It's deserted. It is, huh?
It is, huh?
Thought you said this place was deserted. Well, it's supposed to be. I don't get it.
But so she doesn't get the ads.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you want? Let's get out of here. We didn't think anybody lived here. It was all his idea. We thought maybe we'd get out of the rain. It looks like it's going to last all night. Yeah, it's pretty bad out there.
Oh, no, you can't stay.
Oh, be reasonable.
You can't stay.
We might catch pneumonia out there.
You're not welcome in my house. Go away now. Go, go, go. Double. No. Just
The monster. Now do you believe in those newspaper stories?
You hear that, Lobo? You're the monster. Perhaps one day you will meet the monster.
Well, that was surprisingly quick. Who's typing? Whoever's typing needs to stop.
There.
Oh. Oh my god. It's never easy. Just hearing this keyboard. If Mary has said anything in the last 4 minutes, I haven't heard a word.
She has not.
Look at Bela Lugosi. He's so impressed with himself. footage of an octopus. Not the creature we just saw. Very obviously not the same creature.
I can't run anymore. We gotta keep going. That was the monster. But I wouldn't give see a couple of cops right about now. Come on.
What?
He's very clearly not in any water.
Yeah. He's pulling it into him. He's pulling the tentacles into him. Okay, this is the best movie ever made. And then there's a lion roar over the top. Okay.
You get these straps off of me. Let me loose. Do you hear me?
Lobo hears, but he cannot speak. Lobo is mute. Because of the storm. I was afraid we are not going to have guests tonight.
Lobo, you're too rough with my patience.
The Russian.
Already he tires of our humble hospitality.
I said, let me out of here.
At the moment, I'm afraid it is impossible.
Who are you?
Vornov. Dr. Eric Vornov. The name will mean little to you.
It's literally just a light shining at his face. That's all it is.
What are you doing to me?
You will be soon as big as a giant.
The strength of 20 men.
Or, like all the others, dead. Turn off the switch. Isn't it strange, Lobo, Our friend always returns home after his long, tiresome swim.
No, that isn't strange. Why wouldn't he return home? Makes no sense for him not to return home.
What's your name?
You find out.
We will. Hey, watch that cigarette. What were you doing in the swamp?
Watch it to you.
That's enough of that, Buster.
No Tanktown jail can hold me. I'll be out of this here rat trap in 24 hours.
That's what you think. Vagrancy will hold you for 72 hours. Take him downstairs and book him.
All right, let's go.
Let go of me, I said. You can't do that to me. Let go.
Why is he so aggressive?
Hey, where do you think you're going?
What do you mean, where do I think I'm going? I got Captain Robbins' newspapers.
You have you? And since when you don't leave the captain's papers with me?
Since the captain told me to bring them in myself. When you read them first, you mess them up.
Hold your tongue and give me those papers. I'll have you locked up for peddling without a license.
Kelton, I got a license.
Want to bet I can make it expire all of a sudden?
Oh, okay.
Here's the late editions, Captain. Look, why can't I work on this case?
Get back to your desk.
Yes, sir.
And Kelton,
Yes, sir.
I told the boy to bring the papers in himself.
Yes, sir. But if you ask me...
I didn't.
Yes, sir.
And Kelton,
Yes, sir.
where's Lieutenant Craig?
In his office, I think.
Send him in.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Why does this police chief have a bird? I don't get it. That's so random.
Come in.
Hi, Captain.
Hello, Dick. Sit down.
Thanks.
Seen today's papers?
Is there anyone who hasn't?
Well, there's the one nice thing about birds. They never cause anybody any trouble. Your girlfriend writes a good story.
She thinks so. Anything new?
No,
12 disappearances around this place and nothing to go on.
and nothing this time either.
I've been around that swamp so many times, I'm getting web-footed. It's been fired recently.
It's been fired several times recently. Jake Long's wife identified it a little while ago. The coat belonged to Leif McCrae, his partner. They went hunting out by Marsh Lake. Never returned.
Not much left of it.
The boys found it floating in the lake.
What about the rifle?
About a mile from the old willow place.
All ties together.
But it doesn't prove anything.
You think there's anything in these monster stories?
Your girlfriend does.
What about you?
The police don't believe in monsters. Facts are our business. Facts and only facts, and don't you forget it.
I'm telling you, the captain didn't see nobody. Now, please be a good girl, Miss Lawton, and go.
Captain Robbins, will you tell this Junior G man to let me go?
Kelton,
Yes, sir?
let her go.
Just as you say, Captain.
It used to be a newspaper reporter could get information around this place.
What in the world do you mean?
Now he makes like a comic. Dick Craig, I don't put much stock in the future success of our married life if already you're holding out secrets on me. You've been dodging me all day.
Where'd you get an idea like that?
You mean you haven't been dodging me?
No.
And all those times I called and Kelton said the line was busy, it really was.
Yes.
Okay, let's have the story on Lake Marsh and the monster.
Monster.
I thought so.
All good.
There are no such thing as monsters. This is the 20th century.
Don't count on it. Monsters, I mean.
Now, Janet.
Don't
You'll
you
be able
now
to tell
Janet
what's
me,
going
and you
on.
can count our engagement off.
You don't
It's
mean
got subtitles.
Yes, I do.
No, she
But I don't know if you'll be
I
able to
most
read them at
certainly do.
160p.
Well, then give him back the ring.
What?
If you're throwing over the marriage, give him back the ring.
Now, Chief,
Captain, give him back the rock. It's the only fair thing.
I'd rather throw it in Lake Marsh first.
Wow, that's
Besides,
mean.
we've got to leave our personal lives out of our business lives.
As it should be.
as I've been saying all along.
Dog. Now, what about the monster story?
Well, that's your own story. You wrote it and you're stuck with it. There's no such thing as monsters.
Bunk, 2 more men have vanished up at Lake Marsh. That makes
There's
12
no
in
such
3
thing
months.
as monsters, just
Everything
stock
points to an
footage of
inhuman
octopi.
violence. Or do you still stick to the alligator devouring routine? You're withholding news from the public.
Janet, you may not believe this, but you've got all the story there is.
You're right, I don't believe it.
Well, nevertheless, it's the truth, except for the monster. Figment of your very vivid imagination. Why, we've got nothing more to go on than what you reported to the paper.
Oh,
The
yikes.
figment of my imagination is
Thank you,
something I
Annie.
believe, and you haven't been able to disprove it.
We've conducted every possible search. Monsters, it's fantastic. You know that. Our business is dealing in facts, evidence. Can't you see that?
I thought she did say
Men
darling,
disappearing.
but I was reading the
There's
subtitle,
plenty of quicksand
so I
out
may have
there.
just saw that and
12
thought I
went
heard
down
darling.
in the same place.
Well, we're doing our best to solve it.
Maybe your best isn't good enough.
Janet!
No, I mean it. No clues. What's this? A dancing costume? And this? A pogo stick?
Well, I've got to admit those were found at the lake. But
Why
remember,
do
they
they
were
just
in
have
your own
evidence
story.
sitting in the police chief's
No
office?
human did this.
So you say.
Well, looks like I run into a dead end around here. Okay. If you boys want to play a game of secrets, there's nothing left for me to do but take a run out to Lake Marsh myself.
Over my dead body.
That could be arranged. Goodbye.
These are common monsters in lakes themes in this time period of film. That's
She's
true.
just crazy enough to do what she says.
You know what, Captain?
What?
I think you're right.
Well, it's the atomic age, so everything is getting hit with radiation and expanding in size. That's how it works. I'm pretty sure Them is in the public domain as well, and I really want to watch that. It's like every film we watch, there's this even sassier lead actress.
Hi, Tilly.
Hi, Janet. Long time no see.
Tilly, do you remember a couple of years ago in the real estate section when the old Willow place out on Lake Marsh was up for sale against back taxes?
Seems to me that was around November or December of 48. Want to see the files?
Yes.
Just a minute. Here we are. October to December 48. In the top file there.
I won't be long.
Take your time. I ain't going anyplace, and neither are they.
Okay. So she's just sorted through all of that.
Find what you wanted, Janet?
Yes, thanks. Sorry to leave such a mess for you.
Well, that's what I get paid for.
Look at it all.
Be a
Look at
dear,
it on the
Tilly.
table.
Call the boss. Tell him I'll be gone the rest of the day. I'll
She
report in
fucked
later.
that place
Sure
up.
thing. Want something hot?
Oh, it could be. Oh, and Dick. Call him at headquarters. Break my dinner date with him. Tell him I have an ulcer or something.
Leave it to me. I fix.
Okay.
Hi, Janet.
Oh,
Leave
hi,
it to
Marge.
me.
Janet, still on the monster hunt?
What do you think?
I think the boss has been looking for you all day. Something about the police wanting those monster stories 86. You've got the whole town in a
Yeah, she's
panic.
not
I
sorry
didn't
at all.
hear you.
I said
I
the
know
bo-
what you said, but I didn't hear you.
I get it. See you later.
Wow, she was just incredibly rude just then. She definitely thinks she's the main character in this.
Lieutenant Craig has been working on the case a long time, Professor. I'd like him to hear what you just told me.
I should be happy to cooperate.
Oh, hello, Dick. Professor Vladimir Ostrowski, Lieutenant Craig.
Glad to meet you, Professor.
How do you do?
Professor, will you bring him up to date?
Lieutenant Craig, have you ever heard of Loch Ness?
I think so. That's a lake in Scotland, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Then perhaps you are familiar with the Loch Ness Monster.
Vaguely.
A few years ago, I was called in by the British police to investigate the appearance of a monster at Loch Ness.
Just a regular
with the thought that it
cryptozoologist.
was some creature left over from a bygone age. I am considered an authority on the subject of prehistoric monsters. However, I must admit that my investigation failed to get the desired results, in that I did not see the monster myself, but others did. There are sworn statements.
Professor, is it your theory that perhaps the Loch Ness Monster crossed the ocean and came to the swamp?
I consider that possibility extremely remote.
Annie, are you
But the
watching this in a
cases do
church?
bear a certain similarity in that there are so many varied descriptions of this so-called monster. And I thought perhaps with my knowledge of such things, and with your permission, of course, that I might be able to shed some light on this mystery. That is the reason for my presence here.
What do you think, Dick?
Well, there's no denying we need help of some sort.
And you'll keep your findings secret for the time being?
Unless it's connected to the ocean, like
You
by
don't
a
mind
river
a
or
little
something.
company?
How do you mean, company?
Lieutenant Craig, at times the police can be quite useful.
I should be most happy to have Lieutenant Craig's
Then I think it's a
assistance.
lagoon and not a
How
swamp.
soon can you be ready to leave for Lake Marsh, Lieutenant Craig?
It's a lake.
I'm ready.
No, I suggest we wait until morning. There was a
Is it a
storm
lake?
brewing
Is it a
when
swamp?
I came
Is
in.
it a river?
And it is so close to nightfall.
According to reports, the monster strikes only at night.
Undoubtedly true, but the preliminary investigation should take place in daylight.
No, I
Tonight,
haven't. I
the
haven't
monster-
worn my gauge for
all in
ages.
good time.
I've left it out for like a week.
Sounds logical.
Whatever you
I
say.
was too
Now,
off
gentlemen,
balanced. It was
since
too
I just arrived
asymmetrical.
in town this
So-
afternoon, if you will excuse me, I should like to return to my hotel.
Certainly, sir.
Good day, Captain.
Professor.
Have you guys noticed that like dudes with goatees in these older
Until
movies,
morning,
they all look like the
Lieutenant
same? They're like
Craig.
really pointed.
I'll be here. Strange sort of bird. Where do I meet him?
Here, 10 o'clock.
That'll give him plenty of daylight. Well, see you later.
Got a date?
What do you think?
I'll say you don't.
I
Yeah.
don't?
A girl from her office called in, said that Janet had a headache or some such thing.
If she's gone to Lake Marsh alone, I'll take her across my knee. It's the last thing I do.
Well, it probably would be.
Watch out, guys! We got a domestic
Watch it,
happening
Dick.
here.
Strowski?
Just a hunch.
Right.
Oh, I've got sunglasses in my pocket here. Coked out rock star. That's my aesthetic. you want something to happen that like instigates an event, you just put stock footage and then that's what happens, you know? Like a fucking maniac. They could have just sped up the footage to make it look like worse than it was. Oh wow, she's fucking. Why is there a snake there? More stock footage.
You are all right now, my dear.
Who are you?
I'm Dr. Eric Vornov. You had a severe shock.
How did I get here?
Every time Bela's on the screen, I'm just gonna
That's
smile.
not important for the moment. What you need now is rest.
What you need now is rest.
Rest. You will sleep.
And yeah, then he does his finger trick.
Sleep.
Like that he did when he played Dracula.
For the lovely young lady. Sleep.
Sleep. I can't do his finger tricks though. This is starting to look like a tiny porno. This is actually pretty decent. This is is this better than Plan 9 from Outer Space? I'm not too sure. Because I love that
Well,
movie.
here we are at the
It's
fork
so
in the road,
terrible.
and like they say in all good westerns, which way to go?
Well,
That was a really good shot
that's the
of
road
his
to
eyes.
Willa's place. Let's take a chance on that one.
Okay. You know, I get to hate this swamp more every time I come out here.
You just weren't born for swamp duty, Marty.
I guess you're right. I'd like to transfer to a department as far away from here as possible. The wind and the rain gives this place a gleam that just isn't natural. And the ground,
We should watch The
alive
Room on
with
stream.
crawling things, crawling death.
You're right there, Marty.
don't think
This
it's
swamp
in
is a
public
monument
domain,
to death. Snakes, alligators, quicksand, all bent on one thing: destruction. Something strange about all this rain.
The lightning's been going crazy, too. Maybe it's like the papers say, all these atom bomb explosions distorted the atmosphere.
Maybe.
You know, if I were this Professor Strotsky guy, I wouldn't come out in this swamp without a guide.
You know, that's the one thing I can't figure. He comes to the office with all these monster stories, makes an appointment to come out here with us, then goes off by himself.
Are you sure he came out here?
Where else could he go? Well, let's get
Just
at
throw
it.
the cigarette on the ground like an absolute fucking dickhead.
Janet's car?
Yeah.
There's not a trace
hypocritical.
of her. Well, maybe after the accident, she found her way down the road and then back into
Kinda
town.
funny.
I've got to be sure. Look, there's a coffee joint about 10 miles back. Let's go and check. Let's go. Okay.
Didn't want to do a second take of that, guys. So you didn't like curl up that little bit of branch in your tire. Didn't want to clean going to take. she definitely crashed her car and went for coffee. Yeah, that is what I would do.
Where did you find her car? Not a sign of her? Where's Strowski? I told you not to let him out of your sight.
Right, Captain.
I don't like the looks of things. Well, get back to Strowski. I'll get word to you later.
Yeah.
You look worried, Dick.
No one. Captain Robbins, her apartment, her office. No one has heard from her since yesterday afternoon. Captain Robbins is checking further.
Okay, but what do we do?
Orders. Find Strowski.
Find Strowski. That didn't look like a cafe. It looked like a room that had a fucking coffee pot in it. Like a small little room with a coffee pot.
Get me the city desk. Hello, Jim. Yeah, about the Lawton girl. He just called me, too. Who saw her last around your office?
Don't be afraid of Lobo. He's as gentle as a kitten. Put a tray down here. Lobo, that is all. Get out.
Oh, that's a scar on his face.
I said get out.
Oh, he's being mean. He just like abused that guy. He just abused his gentle manservant.
That is all.
Yeah.
Now come, my dear. Some cream or sugar? You didn't have your breakfast yet. Now it's past noon.
Yeah, she didn't have a
You must be
breakfast
hungry.
because she just had to watch you beat the shit
What
out of your butler.
Your automobile. An accident. Lobo brought you here. To me.
What is
To
this
me.
place and who are you?
Don't you remember I told you last night?
Did you tell me?
Yes. I'm Dr. Eric Vornov.
This is the old Willow's place.
Yes. How did you know?
I checked our real estate files. A Dr. Eric Vornoff bought the Willow's place in November of 1948.
You are a newspaper reporter, huh?
Yes.
My name seems to mean much to you.
Well, actually, it wasn't your name I was interested in. Through the mysteries of Lake Marsh and the Willow's place being right on the lake, I looked in the files to see what happened to it. Your name was there as a purchaser. I thought perhaps you might have heard something about the monster.
Oh, my dear Miss Lawton,
When did I tell you my name?
You didn't. But since you were unconscious, I took the liberty looking into your purse.
You must have seen my press card.
Yes, I did.
Well, since you knew the answers already, why the third degree, and who or what was that monster?
Oh, Oh, he's quite human. I discovered him in the wilderness of Tibet. He has been quite useful to me at times.
So this is from a time period where you're allowed to just go to a country like Tibet and bring back a brute, like bring back a servant.
Your tiring experience, I think we have talked too much.
I'm not the least bit tired.
But you are tired. You are so tired.
He like clicks his finger out in a certain way.
Honey, I do feel very tired.
Yeah.
Some of these shots are actually quite good.
Very tired.
Very tired.
Like you could tell that making this, like Ed Wood was passionate about it. He had such a small budget. I think the budget for this was $70,000.
Lobo,
I
take
believe
the
it was
girl to my
70,000.
quarters.
They started filming it in 1953, but they didn't finish it till 1955. Or Ed Wood didn't. Yeah, agreed. I know like a lot of people nowadays wouldn't be able to sit through this because it's just so hokey and campy, but it's just, yeah, I think it's better than Attack of the Giant Leeches as well, although I really like that movie. There's just something about these old movies, they like capture a moment in time that like we'll never be able to return to except in movies like this. I'm just thankful there's so many old horror movies in the public domain. Yeah, this is less goofy, although the bird sitting on the police chief's shoulder is just so fucking funny to me. Like it just takes away, it saps all the tension out of the movie. Just why do you have to give him a bird? The actor was probably like, "Oh, this is my pet parakeet. I'm just gonna put him on my shoulder if that's all right." And then Ed Wood was like, "No, that's okay." Paul Johnson was Swedish, so I don't know where they get Tibet from, but in black and white, I guess you know.
Dear Professor Straussky, well, it has been a very long time.
Vodanov, it is you.
You can see.
In Paris, I missed you by a month. In London, a week. At Loch Ness, by only one day. The monster of Lake Marsh sounded again like you.
Why that sudden interest in me, Professor Straussky?
Bela Lugosi is quite tall, I think.
Your experiments in atomic energy, of course.
Ah. So my dear country now believes in my work and that it can be a success.
Our government wants you to return, Vodanov, to continue your research and experiments there, where you can have everything at your disposal. Why do you laugh? Surely this is not a laughing matter.
My dear Professor Straussky, 20 years ago, I was banned from my homeland, parted from my wife and son, never to see them again. Why? Because I suggested to use the atom elements for producing super beings, beings of unthinkable strength and size. I was classed as a madman, a charlatan, outlawed in a world of science which previously honored me as a genius. Now, here in this forsaken jungle hell, I have proven that I am all right. Now, Professor Straussky, it is no laughing matter.
He's not laughing.
Yes, indeed, it was a tragic error. But as soon as I learned how correct your findings were, always have been, I informed those in authority. Voronov, I have searched for you everywhere. Everywhere I hear stories of monsters. Now I am here, sent to bring you home.
Home? I have no home. Hunted. Despised. Living like an animal. The jungle is my home. That I will show the world that I can be its master. I will perfect my own race of people. A race of atomic supermen which will conquer the world.
Yes. Yes, of course. A truly great master race, such as I convinced my superiors only you could create. One with which our government can rule the world without debate.
You misunderstand me, Straussky. I don't intend to return home. My plans are for myself.
Are you mad, Voronov?
One is always considered mad. You want to discover something that others cannot grasp.
Bela Lugosi's
Our
acting
government
is so
ordered me to
fucking
bring
good.
you back.
I'm afraid you will find it rather difficult.
You see, Voronov, I did not come alone.
Neither did I. My dear Straussky, bring him along, Lobo. Hurry!
Yeah. He's in a class above. Like his delivery of that speech was, wow, it's a stationary octopus.
Now, Professor Straussky, you will get a much closer view of the product of my genius. The alleged monster of Lake March.
Yeah, I'll give you one. Here's your mason jar of water, mate.
Your country offers fame and
Cheers.
fortune for my return, but my price is so much more great. You will disappear, Professor Straussky, just as all the others have disappeared.
He's like Tor Johnson's height. I'm gonna Google this. I need to know what that is. I wish they had done a little more to make it seem like the octopus was alive, though. Lugosi was 6'1", so I'm a little taller than him. 6'1's not short. 6'1's tall.
It's a rental car.
Think it's the one Strowski used?
I'd make book it is. It's getting dark now. You take the car and go down to the beach. I'll go through the swamp to the old Willows place.
Okay. Oh, here.
And he was probably
Better
taller
take
when
this
he
with
was
you.
younger as well.
Oh, Marty,
Yeah.
if you see anything suspicious, you know where I am.
Trouble is, everything in this swamp is suspicious.
Yeah. When think of like when Dracula came out in the 30s, like 6'1" was pretty tall in those days. Whenever Bela Lugosi's not on the screen, I'm like, can you just put Bela back on the screen, please? Oh my god, he's fallen. Why is he falling? This movie is so good. Is that real? Yeah, the alligator. Kind of looks more like a crocodile, doesn't it? No, I think it actually kind of looks more like
What can I do for you, sir?
Captain Robbins.
yeah, it should be an
Outside.
alligator.
Why, Captain, I haven't murdered anyone in a month of Sundays.
Did Janet Lawton stop by here late yesterday afternoon?
Oh, just like a policeman. No sense of humor. Yes, she stopped by late in the afternoon.
Remember the time?
Well, not to the second. She came in around 2 and left around 3:30. Then again, that isn't so late, is it?
What'd she want?
She was looking for information.
That I'm sure of. Do you happen to know what that information was?
Well, sure.
Well,
Well, what?
must we play games?
I didn't know we were.
What was Miss Lawton looking for in the files?
Oh, well, why didn't you ask that in the first place instead of all your chit-chat? She was looking over the real estate files in October, November, and December of 1948. In particular, the sale of the old Willows place out on Lake Marsh.
By the looks of it, it hasn't
Did she
been
find
cleaned
what
up
she was
yet.
looking for?
Well, I guess she did.
If you
At least
spoke
she
like
found
that to
the
a
sales
police officer
I saw it
nowadays,
myself
you get
after
your
she
head
rushed out.
caved in.
She left the paper open at the November 26th date. Want to see it?
And then the body
very
cam
much.
footage would go
Well,
up
it's
on
right up
fucking
there. I haven't had time to
Live
put it
Leak
back
or
yet.
something.
Yeah, Dr. Eric Varnov. Give me all you have on him. I'll hang on.
Now we're ready for the girl.
Now we are ready for the girl. Oh, he's gonna do the fingers again. If you haven't watched Martin Landau's performance as Bela Lugosi in Tim Burton's Ed Wood, please watch that movie, because Johnny Depp and Martin Landau are fantastic in it. Even George the Animal Steel as Paul Johnson is fantastic. I'd love to watch it on stream, but it's owned. It's in black and white as well. That's my favourite Tim Burton movie.
Dear, lovely.
A bit shiny. It could be the lighting. And the way the set is lit. It's like lighting a room for a stream. You know, you can never get it ideal. You've got to change the color, like the temperature. The temperature.
Strap her to the table. Do as I command you. I teach you to disobey. You will obey.
He's not even hitting him that hard.
I command you.
He's not, which I like. Awesome photos.
Get the equipment ready.
He's even put her in cuffs.
Hurt just for a moment. But then you will emerge a woman of super strength and beauty. The bride of the atom.
You're insane. My paper knows where I am. You can't hurt me and get away with it.
As soon as my experiments are completed, no one can ever touch me. I will make the law. Either way, whether I succeed or fail, it will not hurt you very long.
Let me go! Let me go!
You heard what you said.
Who are you?
For one thing, the police. Now turn her loose and make it fast.
You have the
Let
advantage
me
for the
go.
moment.
Stop talking and turn her loose.
Take him out quickly.
Put him in the headlock.
Where's Lieutenant Craig? We found Strotke's car down the road. The lieutenant took off through the swamp, sent me down here to the beach to wait for him.
Where was he heading?
Old Willow's place.
Kelton?
Yes, sir.
Now, this is your first time out. Don't mess up the operation.
Yes, sir. No, sir.
Martin, you stay with me.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
I'm sure my experiments on the young lady will interest you.
I'll live to see you hang.
There are much more important things to attend.
They are very incompetent, but that's hilarious.
I hope the straps are not too cutting. Such lovely skin should not be marred.
Imagine watching this in the theaters when it came out in like 55. That would have been so amazing. That's like in love with the pretty woman. It's basically an examination of innocence.
Jan, get me the gun.
Get me the gun. The gun with the They couldn't do another take? They couldn't do another take? Her dress got caught. And that adds to the charm of the movie, obviously. This picture because he was a morphine addict. So Edward filmed a bunch of stuff right before he died, of like Bela going outside and looking up at the sky and stuff like that. There was some sort of footage like that, and he randomly incorporated that into a movie just to like make it Bela Lugosi's last movie. I'm pretty sure that would be public.
Turn that thing off!
This is manhandling him. think you were meant to like. People like us are always going to like delve deeper into it, but I don't think like the average audience is meant to ask those questions.
Kelton, you station yourself here.
That's a good question.
You men
Andy.
surround the house. Martin, you come with me.
All right, Captain. Ready?
Right.
Now, there's nothing wrong with a bit of overthinking when it comes to these old movies. Look, these police show up after everything's already happened. Oh, is he going to be superpowered now? He's gonna be superpowered. It's very obviously not Bela Lugosi now. My boy!
The place is on fire.
Sure
Let's get out of here before we get roasted.
Pretty sure. If memory serves correctly. That's why they don't show his face. And because Bela Lugosi, there's no way Bela Lugosi... See, look, covering the face. There's no way Bela Lugosi in his state would have been able to hold her up.
Oh, wait a minute. Here comes Dick. He got Jan. Get him. No, don't shoot. Might hit Jan. Let's go.
Yeah, that's not Bela.
Marty, give me a gun.
I know he's like, you do eventually see him in the close-ups again. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I actually watched this movie. Yeah, see, obviously the close-ups. Yeah, I reckon I watched this movie on like, you know, on TV1 or TCM, the TCM channel on Aussie Horror when I was like 8 years old or something. Probably younger, honestly.
Did I suggest something up? No! Now get on up over that ledge. Get up over on top of him. That's what I was going to suggest. Oh, stop the chatter and get in action. Yes, sir. Now he's clear. Give it to him.
It's doing that. No way would he be able to bring that boulder. Bela Lugosi like closer up there when he's like getting attacked by the monster. It's a nuclear explosion. They'd be dead.
He tampered in God's domain.
Wow, that was awesome. So, what did we think, guys? Pretty charming movie. Definitely has a lot of love and respect for Bela Lugosi in it, which I think is the main selling point. I mean, you watch this for Bela Lugosi's performance. Like this movie is worth the watch just for that monologue in the middle of the movie, in my opinion. Basically, Bela Lugosi playing No, you can talk. It's yeah, very dramatic. Tor Johnson as Lobo, he was good. Some of the shots are like, especially the shots of Bela Lugosi's eyes up close, and then like the finger movements, like where he goes, like where he does that sort of weird thing. That was pretty cool. What else was good? The music, the dramatic music. Yeah, the hypnosis shots. Yeah, the death at the end was my favorite part of the whole thing. It's kind of unfortunate because Bela Lugosi, like, Dracula was the best thing that ever happened to Bela Lugosi, but also the worst thing that ever happened to him because he got typecast so bad. The same thing essentially happened with Boris Karloff. Although Boris Karloff probably had a little more range. But, yeah, Bela Lugosi got typecast and then he couldn't really deviate from that. Like, because he was initially offered Frankenstein, but he said that there was no acting in it because the makeup does all of the acting, unlike Dracula, and he held that against Boris Karloff for a long, long time. And so he resented the fact that he didn't do that, and then eventually he was, can't remember the name of the character that he played, but he was in some Frankenstein movies, and I'm pretty confident that in the fourth entry in the Frankenstein series, he was he actually played Frankenstein when Boris Karloff didn't come back. Which let me just Google that. Bela Lugosi as Frankenstein. Frankenstein meets the Wolfman. And Bela Lugosi is Frankenstein's monster. And then I think he may have played Frankenstein's monster in the next one as well. But yeah. Bela Lugosi, what an absolute talent. Anyways, I had a lot of fun with that one, and thank you everyone that joined. Sean, Annie, Mary, anyone else that stopped by to watch a bit of this or a bit of that of the movie. That was Bride of the Monster. You can catch this. We typically do it every Wednesday at Maddie Demise on Twitch. I host these vintage horror movie watch parties. They're a good time, and we're in a really good community here, so feel free to join. Anyways, until the next one, I will catch you guys later.